Let's jump right in. In March of 2025, a top CA firm in Bangalore quietly lets go of 14 articled assistants. Not because they were bad at their jobs, and definitely not because the firm was losing money.
They were replaced by one single AI tool that cost less than a single intern's monthly stipend. And you want to know the worst part? The partners didn't feel guilty. They felt relieved. So we need to break this down. What tools are taking over? Who is really at risk? And what is the action plan for you to thrive through this shift? Hit like. It takes 1 second and helps us reach them.
All right, so why are interns disappearing? Well, to really understand why AI is replacing them, you first have to understand what a CA articled assistant actually does all that. A typical article assistant spends 3 years doing 5 core things. 1. Mind-numbing data entry into Tally or Excel. 2. Bank reconciliation, matching thousands and thousands of transactions, line by tedious line. 3. Prepping GST filings. 4. Creating what feels like endless audit documentation. And 5. Drafting those initial tax computations. It is the very foundation of the profession. Now here's the really uncomfortable truth. Every single one of those tasks, the entire foundation we just talked about, can now be done faster, cheaper, and with far fewer errors by an AI tool that costs almost nothing. Just let that sink in for a moment. 3 years of articleship, and the core work is now fully 100% automatable. So, which specific tools are actually doing the work? Let's name them. These are the AI platforms that are eating CA intern jobs in India as we speak. First up, for tax computation, you have ClearTax and TaxBuddy AI. These platforms automatically fill ITR forms and generate computation sheets. Work that took an intern hours per client is now done in under 10 minutes, automatically. Second, for compliance work, you've got Iris GST and Zoho Books AI. They handle the entire GST reconciliation process, pulling data, matching invoices, and flagging every single mismatch. This grunt work now requires zero human involvement. Next, for data entry, there's text and auto entry. You just take a photo of a receipt, the AI reads it, categorizes it, and pushes it directly into the accounting software. And just like that, manual data entry is obsolete.
Then for documentation, senior CAs are already using ChatGPT and Claude. They use them to draft working papers, checklists, and engagement letters in minutes, work that articled clerks used to spend days on.
And finally, for reconciliation, there's robotic process automation. With tools like UiPath, firms build software bots that literally log into bank portals and run reconciliations overnight. Zero humans, zero errors, zero stipend. This is happening right now. Does your firm use any of these tools? I read every comment. Now, you might be thinking, okay, these are just junior tasks. The real CA work is safe. Well, this is where the threat gets much more serious. Because these tools are not stopping at intern-level work. They are escalating, and they're doing it fast. First, just look at the US. A tool called Harvey AI is already used by the Big Four firms for complex contract analysis and tax structuring. That is senior CA work. Second, look at our own ICAI. Their 2024 report explicitly warned CAs to develop AI competency. That is not a suggestion, it's a warning. And third, look at the Big Four in India. EY, Deloitte, KPMG, they've all launched massive internal AI upskilling programs. Why? Because they know exactly what's coming. And the most chilling piece of data comes from a 2024 Oxford Internet Institute study. It found that accounting and auditing roles have a 94% probability of automation. 94%. That puts chartered accountancy, one of the most respected qualifications in India, in the exact same risk category as a data entry operator. Think of one CA in your life. Send them this video right now. Okay, I know that sounds terrifying, so let's build a survival playbook. Let's get really specific about who is in danger, who is relatively safe, and what you can do about it.
So, on the most at-risk side, articled assistants at smaller firms, CAs who only do compliance work, and anyone who's just an executor, not a real advisor. And on the relatively safe side, we have CAs in litigation, those in M&A and due diligence, but the real safe harbor, the ultimate answer, is becoming an AI-native CA. Because the CA who uses AI won't be replaced, they'll be replacing 10 other CAs.
So, what's the action plan? Here are 5 exact steps. 1. Master one AI tool like Dext this month. Don't just try it, get certified in it. 2. Learn prompt engineering. Your ability to talk to an AI is your new superpower. 3. You have to shift from being an executor to being an advisor. Let the AI crunch the numbers. Your job is to tell the story behind them. 4. Specialize. Aggressively. Become the go-to AI-powered expert for a specific niche, like startups or crypto. And 5. Talk about this stuff publicly. Build your reputation. Save this as your checklist. Come back every time you finish a step.
Let's bring this all together, because this is the choice that defines your career. The future, it hasn't just arrived, it's already here. Those articled assistants who lost their jobs back in Bengaluru, they were trained for a world that simply no longer exists.
So the question is not if AI will change CA firms. It already has.
The real question is whether you will change with it or be changed by it. The CAs who will dominate the next decade aren't the ones who just studied the hardest. They're the ones who are doing something about this right now.
Subscribe and comment. What's your biggest fear about AI in your career?